Michael, are we here today to celebrate Groundhog's Day?
No.
No? It's
No.
February 2nd, isn't it?
Yes. It's a very important day.
And we have Bucky, and he could be our groundhog. We could see if Bucky sees his shadow.
Well, we could do that. Or we could be here to celebrate Imbolc.
Ooh, even better.
And welcome. My name is Michael, and this is Cat Sticker.
And Imbolc, also pronounced Imbolc or Imbolc in some cultures, is a traditional festival celebrated on the Wheel of the Year to recognize the midpoint between the winter solstice and the spring equinox. In Ireland and Scotland, this was the time of year that the ewes came into milk, and that was part of the festival, was celebrating that. So milk, bread, things of the land, the home and the hearth are part of what is celebrated during this festival.
What's a ewe?
Female sheep.
What, a ewe? Huh.
You didn't know that?
No.
Okay.
Well, you learn something new every day.
If it was a dog, we would have said bitch.
Yeah. It's okay, Coco. This is the time of the year where it's one of the 8 seasons, one of the 8 festivals where we celebrate specifically the feminine and deity. And it's a significant time of the year, February 1st and 2nd, for the Celts, the Druids, and the Aztecs and the Greeks as well.
Right, and in modern times, it's a holiday that is celebrated in Wicca and other pagan traditions.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and in this holiday, it's traditionally to honor the goddess Bridget, correct?
Correct. She's over inspiration, fire, poetry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and symbolism with the water, right? The holy water from the well. One of the traditions is to create a effigy of Bridget and place in a basket near the hearth and leave that overnight, and that represents her conceiving and becoming fertile. So you do that to bring fertility onto your land. Traditionally, in the ancient times, people would go to what's considered a sacred well and leave offerings to Goddess Bridget. Offerings of coins and scraps of cloth, I believe strips of white cloth.
Yes, because that's another one of her aspects, another one of the colors that she's over.
That's right. And they would also light their hearth fire and leave that burning all night.
Yes. And even though, if you don't have a fireplace, that doesn't necessarily mean you can't light a candle.
Well, speaking of candles, let's talk a little bit about Candlemas.
Candlemas?
Candlemas? Mas candles, por favor. Sorry. A little Espanol in there. Well, this time period, this festival, was another pagan tradition that was adopted by the Christian faith in a new tradition called Candlemas. And they took the goddess Bridget's symbolism and transformed that into a saint, Saint Bridget. And Saint Bridget had a lot of the same aspects as Goddess Bridget.
They realized when they were coming into power and bringing the Christian faith over, that the goddess Bridget was so loved and so cherished across the land.
Well, she's one of the most powerful goddesses.
Exactly. That compared to like all the other deities and stuff that they just just kind of just washed over. There was no washing her over. I mean, she was it. So they had to adopt her into it, which was a good thing because now
To avoid rebellion, right?
Exactly.
To avoid the people rising up and just rejecting the Christianity.
Altogether.
If they were allowed to keep Bridget, they would maybe be converted.
yeah,
Right?
easily because I mean everything that we know and have studied about her fall right in line with everything that you would expect in Christianity. You know,
That's right.
I mean, divine inspiration.
This is a time of year when you may be preparing for spring, and many people will, for this festival, concentrate on hearth and home, do a house cleaning, do their spring cleaning, do a house blessing, do a blessing of the lands, and we have prepared a ceremony to do just that. And so coming up on the video, we will show you a ceremony that we did with our family for a family blessing and then a blessing of the house. You could also, something more simple, if you don't want to do a big ceremony, you could plant a bulb. That it may not be ready where you are to plant outside, but you can plant a bulb in the house, in a flower pot, something symbolic to prepare for spring, prepare for the fertility of the land. Another thing you could do is, if you're creative in crafting, you like to do a craft, you could create a Bridget effigy out of corn husks. And there's probably some Pinterest ideas on that, how to do that. It's pretty simple if you have the corn husk.
O Lady Bridget, gentle maiden, bathed in the white milk of nurturing. The fire of spirit shines through your eyes. I greet you and bid you welcome. And I ask that you bless me with your waters of healing and renewal.
Grant, O Goddess Bridget, thy protection.
And in protection, strength.
And in strength, understanding.
And in understanding, knowledge.
And in knowledge, the knowledge of justice.
And in the knowledge of justice, the love of it.
And in the love of it, the love of all existences.
And in the love of all existences,
the love of Goddess Bridget and all goodness.